They said it couldn't be done. The massive alien fortress on XB925, a moon circling the gas giant Joris, was impenetrable. 10,000 Viridian warriors had disappeared into its black stone walls just 2 days ago. Vanished completely. Not a single transmission had emerged. Not a single survivor had returned. "So why am I going in alone?" Sergeant Maya Lightfoot asked, checking her gear one last time in the dim light of the command center. Commander Elris, his blue scales reflecting the glow of holographic displays, fixed all 4 of his eyes on her. "Because humans are unpredictable. The Viridians attacked in formation, followed their battle protocols perfectly, and now they're gone." Maya nodded. At 28 years old, she'd spent 6 years as a scout for the United Systems Alliance, working alongside the reptilian Surians like Commander Elris. While humans were newcomers to the galactic community, their adaptability had quickly earned them positions as scouts, explorers, and when necessary, soldiers. "The fortress belongs to the Shroud," Elris continued. "A species we've never directly encountered. We only know them through their technology and the civilizations they've erased." Maya shivered despite her thermal suit. "And you think I'll succeed where 10,000 Viridian warriors failed?" "I think you'll do what humans always do," Elris said, his voice a low rumble. Something unexpected. The transport pod dropped Maya 3 kilometers from the fortress, in a ravine that should shield her from any sensors. The surface of XB925 was barren, cratered gray soil under a star-filled sky, dominated by the swirling orange mass of Joris. The air was technically breathable but thin, making Maya grateful for her suit's oxygen enhancement. The fortress loomed ahead, a perfect geometric cube of gleaming black material that seemed to absorb light rather than reflect it. No windows, no visible doors, no signs of life. Like walking into the mouth of a monster, Maya muttered to herself as she approached, staying low and using the uneven terrain for cover. Her scanner detected no energy signatures, no movement, no heat, nothing to indicate what had happened to the Viridian army. The only sign they'd been here at all was the abandoned equipment scattered outside the perimeter, transport vehicles, supply crates, and communication arrays, all perfectly intact. It was as if the soldiers had simply evaporated. When she reached the fortress wall, Maya discovered something the orbital scans hadn't shown. Tiny, hairline fractures in the otherwise seamless surface, forming patterns that reminded her of circuitry. On impulse, she ran her gloved fingers across them. The wall rippled like water, and before she could step back, it parted, creating an opening just large enough for her to enter. "Well, that's not ominous at all," she whispered, activating her helmet's recording function. "Elris, if you can hear this, I'm going in." The wall, it responded to my touch. Inside was darkness so complete that even her night vision struggled to penetrate it. The air felt heavy, electric. Each breath created tiny sparks of static around her face mask. The floor beneath her boots hummed with energy. As she moved forward, lights began to activate, not the harsh illumination she expected, but a gentle blue-green glow emanating from the walls themselves, following her like a spotlight. "It's responding to my presence," she narrated, "almost like it's curious." The corridor led to a vast chamber with a ceiling so high it disappeared into shadow. In the center stood what appeared to be a control station, a raised platform surrounded by floating panels of light. But what made Maya freeze wasn't the alien technology. It was the Viridians. Thousands of warriors, still in their battle armor, standing completely motionless like statues. Their eyes were open but unseeing. No signs of injury, no signs of struggle. They simply stood there. "They're not dead," Maya realized with growing horror. They're paused. As she approached the nearest soldier, her scanner showed minimal life signs. Heartbeats so slow they barely registered. Brain activity reduced to the bare minimum needed for survival. Some kind of stasis field, she theorized, waving her hand in front of a warrior's face with no response. But why? Why not just kill them? The control station pulsed, drawing her attention. As she approached, the floating panels rearranged themselves, symbols and diagrams appearing in rapid succession. "It's trying to communicate," she said. "Or scan me?" A beam of light suddenly emerged from the platform, sweeping over Maya from head to toe. She tensed, ready to run, but nothing happened. Instead, a three-dimensional image of her appeared above the platform, rotating slowly. Next to it, images of various alien species began cycling. Viridians, Saurians, and dozens she didn't recognize. Then words appeared, translated somehow into English. Classification unnamed. Pattern analysis incomplete. Behavioral prediction. Error. Maya frowned. "You can't figure me out, can you?" More text appeared. "Confirm. Are you a singular entity?" "Yes," she answered, unsure if it could understand her. "I am one person." The response came immediately. Fell. Multiple patterns detected. Conflict states present. Curiosity, I fear. Courage. Preservation, past sacrifice. Maya laughed despite herself. "That's just being human." The platform hummed, and the image of Maya split into multiple overlapping versions, each slightly different, some aggressive, some retreating, some analyzing, some leaping into action. Unpredictable, dangerous, fascinating. Suddenly, Maya understood. You captured the Viridians because they were predictable. They followed patterns you could analyze and counter. But humans is contradiction. "We contain multitudes," Maya said, quoting an ancient poet from Earth. "We're not simple algorithms. We can feel afraid and still act brave. We can want to run and choose to stay." The platform pulsed again, and a new image appeared. A simulation showing the Viridian army approaching in perfect formation following textbook military strategies. Then it showed various outcomes, all ending with the entire force captured or destroyed. You were studying them, Maya realized. This isn't a fortress, it's a laboratory. Correct. We study patterns. Patterns predict. Prediction, control. Maya felt a chill run down her spine. And what happens to species you can't predict? Species like humans? The answer came not in words, but in another simulation: planets burning, civilizations falling, extinction events played out in clinically precise detail. "No," Maya said firmly, "that's not how this works." She stepped onto the platform itself, causing the panels to swirl around her in agitation. Using her combat knife, she pried open a section of the console, exposing what appeared to be central processing components. "Warning, desist." "Here's something else about humans," Maya said, pulling a small device from her pack. An EMP grenade modified to work on various alien technologies. "We don't like being controlled, and we really don't like bullies." Threat detected. Countermeasures initiated. Maya felt the air change as security protocols activated. The frozen Viridian soldiers nearest to her began to twitch, their eyes slowly focusing. "And one more thing," she said, arming the EMP and setting it deep within the console. "We're really good at improvising." She dove from the platform just as energy beams lanced through the space where she had stood. Rolling to her feet, she sprinted toward the exit, shouting over her shoulder at the now awakening Viridians. "Run! Everyone run! You've got about 30 seconds. Confusion gave way to military discipline as the Viridian warriors realized their situation. Their commander, a tall figure with golden armor, quickly assessed Maya, the activated defenses, and the increasingly unstable control platform. "All units, retreat," he barked, and 10,000 warriors began moving as one toward the exits that had suddenly appeared in the walls. Maya ran alongside the commander, dodging energy blasts as the fortress tried to recapture its specimens. "The EMP should disrupt the stasis fields and defensive systems," she explained between breaths. "You freed us by breaking their pattern," the commander replied, sounding impressed despite his formal tone. They expected an attack, a rescue, negotiations, but not sabotage from within by a single operative. They cleared the fortress just as the EMP detonated. The entire structure shuddered, its perfect geometric form distorting as systems failed. The black walls flickered, becoming transparent for brief moments, revealing glimpses of machinery and technologies beyond Maya's understanding. As the Viridian army regrouped at a safe distance, Commander Elris's voice finally came through on Maya's comm, thick with relief. "Report, Sergeant Lightfoot. What in the seven moons happened in there?" Maya watched as the once mighty fortress continued to collapse in on itself, becoming smaller and denser until, with a flash of light, it simply vanished, perhaps retreating to whatever dimension the shroud truly inhabited. "I happened," she replied, a small smile forming on her tired face. "Just a human being human. Turns out that's the one thing the universe still can't predict."